Okay, I got it. Can you guys hear me now? Have you guys hear me now? Um, Damn it, I was like on a roll, guys. I'm too lazy to restart this video, so we're just gonna continue. Like, I mean, not from where yeah, wait 1 second. Well, I don't know. As an artist, it's like jobless. I guess it's like I pretty much get to dictate my schedule, right? Can do whatever. So I can pretty much go live. Well, it depends. I'm about to travel again, but like when I'm mostly just creating, I am able to go live most days, I would say. All right, so what I was going on about is I'm answering questions. Okay, so I didn't really want to have my headphones on while doing this video, mainly because it affects. Okay, I'm gonna look really silly right now. But you can't hear me if I don't have my headphones on because I connected it to Bluetooth. So it is what it is. Wait, I'm just going to be curling my hair with headphones on, um, and see if that works. This is so casual. I'm just experimenting and getting more and more casual with my lives. I'm in the process of figuring out how to make these streams a little bit more professional in terms of the lighting, in terms of the camera, because we're just using an iPhone Pro 13 right now. And you know why I'm experimenting and going more and more casual is because I'm just kind of over the fakeness of society right now. Like I'm just over it. I'm over it in myself too because I've been playing into it the past years, especially being in the art industry as well. And sometimes it can just be an obnoxious crowd. I will not make this video public after because also we missed a good chunk of the beginning and it's just awkward. But yeah, I think I just don't care anymore. I'm just curious to see if we can have some more authentic representation through socials. Like, is it possible for us to genuinely connect instead of perform and just be real, you know? Um, okay, my hair looks really dumb right now, but if you stay until the end, I hopefully will look like a princess. I'm like kind of kidding, but not. Okay. I'm curling my hair and I'm attempting to answer some art questions, but we haven't gotten to it yet. Or I started, but no one could hear me. It's a really crap iron. I actually really want to buy a nice one because it would save time. Because the one that I am using right now is so old. But I would really love one that is like one of the nicer ones. Also, you just feel good when your hair is done well. I don't even have to do this, but I just am now prioritizing taking care of myself because when I'm in a good mood, everything's just better. Um, and yeah, I do have the flexibility of being able to do it because my work starts whenever I decide to start, and lately it's been starting quite late. Anyway, we're live at an earlier hour today. Warrior princess, warrior princess. That's the kind of princess I am. No, not some pink princess. Oh, thank you so much, Cult High No World. I love that I just started this video completely raw. Like I just look like a mushroom and we're just gonna have a chat. Like this is good. I am proud of myself. Yeah, it's like this is therapy for me. It's like I don't want to care so much. I don't want to be so composed all the time. I want to be comfortable being more myself. So these These videos are therapy. And it eats me alive. It was dark and rural. I thought I hit a deer, but it was a man. Wait, did you go to jail at all for that? Or did you like run away? Is that the iron that comes in magazine? And I have no idea where this iron comes from. It comes from my family home. That's the truth. Just drove off and I left him there and I got away with it. Who was that man and why I get away with it? Why? Um, and there's some new people on here. That's great. Okay, well, I actually talked to somebody. I hung out with this dude at a bar, and I think he realized that I was a really cool person to talk to, so he kind of opened up. Like, I'm not judgmental, right? So I think like lots of people end up telling me some crazy stuff. But this guy, as he got drunker and drunker, this is so not going public. So this is just an exclusive live because I felt like it. He told me that he actually got drunk on the highway and he killed somebody. And he is probably actually a psychopath and narcissist. He said so himself, so I believe it. Because if someone says that about themselves, and he said it with deadpan face, right? He's like, yeah, he said he most likely is a, I can't remember if I think he said psychopath or a sociopath. I always get those two confused. But he said that that incident made him feel so awful, but he actually went to jail for it, and his friend kind of helped him out with that situation. Um, and he knows some people, I guess. But nonetheless, they were in court, and the mother of the person that he had drove over was there, um and she basically said that she didn't want him to go to jail because he was young and she didn't want to destroy his life. And it still eats him up till this day. Um, but like, it's like basically chances are the parents of that person would still want you to go on and have a good life? But yeah, I know this is like I can't imagine being in this kind of circumstance, to be honest. Like this sounds like crazy madness. Because also he was drunk, so he doesn't even remember the whole incident. Just waking up one day and finding yourself in such a conundrum. Okay, but I was gonna get to some actually interesting questions, I believe, that people have been asking me. What y'all have been writing, because it's been pretty lively in here. Whom are you talking? Um, okay. You were trying to lip read. Ah, that's so funny. Hi, Rahul. Rahul. Um, why are you guys all so nice? Is this usual? Okay. Um, right, okay. When did I transition? That's funny. Um, wear it like a necklace inside. I don't know what that means. What is this? Are you yes, what is this? We are getting ready together while I attempt to answer some questions, but I keep getting distracted as we do. What brand is your curling iron? Don't know, but I need to get a better brand. It's actually something I'd love to get. I've heard, I think it's an Australian brand. I heard that one is really good. Okay, okay. Cheeseburgers, draw Trump, dancing. Lol. I don't think I'll ever draw Trump in my life, but now that I said it, it almost makes me want to draw Trump. I thought I was going to have a stay up another night in a row. Yeah, okay, so I might not be here tonight. That's why I'm also like, what the heck, let's just start. I put eyeliner on, I see his face. I'm really sorry to hear that, but like, you should try to release that, but of course that's devastating. But we're all gonna die. We're all going to die, okay? That's the fact of the matter. You're gonna have that weigh on you until you die. I don't know. It's like your valuable lifetime. It's awful. It's awful. Again, this video is not going public because I'm just saying my opinions, and my opinions tend to be a little bit abstract. What are you studying at university? I'm not a student, guys. Exactly. Caged combat. I don't work for anybody but myself. I do what I want. I don't have a boss, okay? So who are you gonna send it to? Me? You gonna send it to my email? Well, damn. Psycho Riz. I'm recording that. Lol. You're gonna wake up in heaven. Do you think death is gonna be fun? I think death is gonna be peaceful, but it was because he was drunk driving, not because. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Because my friend, he was the one that was drunk driving, and he killed somebody. Seriously, hold it up. What does it look like? You're going to meet. Okay, then you have message. You've written so much. Subscribe. Yeah, I got a new subscriber. What? What? And thanks. Um. Oh no, I just got a work call come in. They're gonna have to wait. They're gonna have to wait. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep curling my hair. I have too much hair. This is gonna take 3,000 years, but let's start. Let's start answering some questions, shall we? Let's do the thing that I've seen other people do here on YouTube. They answer questions. Okay, so I wanted to try out a structured approach to this video today. And we are answering questions specifically related to creativity, related to art. And maybe you'll find this interesting, maybe not. I already started ranting to myself, apparently, that no one heard earlier. But the first question is, why do artists burn out? And I've addressed this in previous live streams before, because I experienced this for the first time this year, and I didn't really understand what was going on because realistically, my schedule's pretty chill compared to, for instance, my schedule back in New York, right? Like I had a crazy schedule back in New York. I was hustling. I had two to three jobs, and I partied like crazy. It was excess on top of excess. Yeah. So my point is, my life is pretty much tailored to myself right now. It's really suitable with someone with, I want to say, ADD, mood disorders, whatever you want to call it, like neurochemical imbalances. Like my life is good for that. I walk every day for as long as I need. I really prioritize my mental health. So why the heck did I feel like I was burning out? Good question. Good question. Well, because when you are creating full time as an artist, you're always in output mode. And you don't usually, I mean, if you're a painter, you don't have a team that you're working with. Obviously, if you're in film, it's different. You're always with people, but you're pretty much alone with yourself most of the time as a painter. And so it's you with your ideas. Maybe those ideas are good, maybe they're not. You don't really necessarily have someone to talk to about those ideas. So you're constantly painting, you're constantly thinking, you're constantly creating things. And then there's so much uncertainty in that, right? You don't know if it's any good. You don't know if it's going to end up you're going to be exhibiting it. You don't really know a lot of things. And sometimes you'll have someone go to your studio and be like, I don't like this. I don't get it. That can hit really hard when you already have not been getting any input. You're just in output mode. So that to me is one of the reasons why artists can burn out because it's like you're giving all the time. This is something that I was thinking. I was like, it's weird because I feel like my life is so surrounded by what I want to create. So it can come off quite centered on self, yet trying to also be productive and curling my hair. It can be, yeah. So everyone else always says like, oh, artists, like I've heard this from many people. They're like, oh, it's like selfish, blah, blah, blah. Artists are so self-centered. Okay. Yes, because you're pretty much spending time with yourself all the time and you are creating ideas from your own brain, whatever. Yeah, so you're pretty much with yourself. But it also is like you are in a constant giving mode. You're always giving, like you have skills or maybe you have talents, and you're essentially, your role is to be giving out into the universe. Whether or not you're giving to your family or some individual in your life per se, it doesn't matter. Like it's an energy of giving. You're a giver because you're a creator. So you're producing. Okay. I know I feel like you get what I'm saying, but you don't get that much input. And you might, in fact, get the opposite of input. You might get more subtraction where people critique your work and make you feel even worse about what you're doing. So thus you burn out. So how are you going to get the input? I asked myself this serious question this year. Because you have to figure out ways to charge your batteries so that you can continue to give. And I've been so low on my battery that I feel like I've had very little to give to people in my personal life. Um, like I've been so low on batteries that I don't even want to give to my work. I don't even want to create, which is something I care so much about that. So the fact that I can't do that is is wild. But we're getting there. We're getting there. These live streams are helping. So the input output thing is one reason why I think art is burned out. And input can also be money, right? Like input is not just getting people's opinions, it's also, are you making sales? So if you're having a year where you're really not making that many sales, but you're constantly still in output mode, that is the same thing. Money is energy, guys. Money is energy. Um, uh, uh, um, yeah, okay, cool. And it can be lonely, you could burn out from that. So I'm just gonna quickly, I answered one question. We got through one question, guys. And my hair is still flat. Okay, 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 okay. What am I studying at university? I mean, I studied psychology and philosophy at university, okay? For anyone curious, but that was a long time ago. I'm going to send you to your work. You could, I mean, I guess feel free to find me work, but I don't really want to go. Like I have plenty to do. I'm recording you now. Damn, that's fucked up. You're going to wake up in heaven. I was, what's the best thing about Japan so far? Tretson is here. Trollsorn. Son, we're friend. You're my buddy now on Instagram. How does it feel knowing that I'm stalking you? Lol. Are you really stalking me or just joining my lives? That's kind of different. Okay, so what's the best thing about Japan this far? It's pretty cool that I can create art here now too, because before I didn't have my own space to create art. So it feels a little bit more like I could actually see myself like being in Japan more as long as I have a space to create. And definitely it's just starting to feel a little bit more like home at this point. Like I have my peoples here, which is very special. Do you live in a trailer? Oh my God, that would be cool. That was at one point something like a dream of mine. I don't know if I want that anymore, but like at one point I kind of wanted to do a road trip in a trailer across all of America, mainly because America has so much land to see and it's so beautiful and it's very convenient for that kind of thing, like road trips, and bring a bunch of art supplies and make art the whole way and use a trailer as a studio. That was a dream at one point. I just don't know if I want that anymore. I think I feel like actually making like being online like this kind of feels like I'm traveling too. This is really weird. But it's like it feels like I could be anywhere in the world and it doesn't really matter. Because you can still stream or stuff like that. So I'm slowly starting to really get into this process. I'd love to create a sick setup in a stable location or several stable locations. Thank you guys. How does it feel knowing that do you live in a trailer? Are your arms tired? I actually don't go to the gym much. I should get back to it. It's because I got sick. I every time I get back to it, something happens and I don't and I have to quit. Like I travel or I get sick. But painting so much actually gives you arm muscles. By the way, that's incredible that you're at work watching this live stream. Awesome. Okay, hey guys, who lives in a trailer? I mean, it'd be pretty cool if I had this good Wi-Fi in a trailer. I love you. 3,000 years means nothing to us. We were here before creation. Christopher Walken impression, please. How does it make you feel knowing I'm tracing your location now? How could you do that? Is that even possible? Elbows? Does your house smell like a fresh laundry wax melter or am I far off? What? What? Swag gag money clique? What? Do your craft nonstop and then just nonstop. Exactly. Use a random alphabet. Um, um, oh my God. Yeah, exactly. I guess that burnout is part of the process sometimes as well. Like I go kind of hard. Like I'll get if I have something I need to do, I'll do it. I'll put it all in. Like I had to make a mural at one point, and it was a ridiculous task in the middle of winter, very cold. I had a very short time frame, 55 square meters. I'd never done a mural before, but I set my mind to it and I did it, and I killed myself, and then I burned out. So I have these mini burnouts, but I guess this year it was a more serious existential burnout. I mean, if someone gets everything they want in life and still expect to be a boss over the people who didn't get what they want, no wonder I mean, not really. I would definitely not say I'm a failed artist. It's been, it's been going well. All right, we're getting some, wait, pray, okay, we get some God messages. Whoa, there's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna have to just go fast through this. Okay, I would say caged combat could probably just leave the chat. Yeah, well, I do shows all the time, man. And this is like a new thing for me, but I don't even feel like responding to you. I think you should just get off the chat. What is it like to be receipt? I don't really know how YouTube works, but if someone can just like, okay, whatever. Anyway, next question. What does being productive mean for an artist? My hair's getting there. What does being productive mean for an artist? I think that really depends on the artist, because it could be that you spend 2 months on one artwork versus, maybe you make one artwork a day. But I would say just showing up consistently is pretty important and you're developing in some way or growing. Do you need to suffer to create meaningful work? So my answer to that is from what I have seen, a lot of times suffering leads you to really pursue the path of doing art. It's not always, like obviously love as well for it, but I've seen the case that lots of people, because they suffer in life, will feel very motivated to consistently create. Because everyone likes creating, I would say. Like lots of people love creating, but what is the thing that makes you do it obsessively? Oftentimes you feel some sort of suffering, like that needs to get an outlet for, that you need an outlet for. Um, but I think that if I would have had like the proper support from a young age, I think I would have still pursued an art path. I just didn't think that it was possible. So maybe some of the suffering could have been prevented. But in order to pursue and continue an art career, I don't think suffering is necessary. I think that in fact, if you want a healthy, good long-term career, you don't want to suffer. Like you want to suffer the least amount as possible. Um, Myth of the inspired artist. All right, well, let's talk about quantity over quality. So I tend to fall in the category of quantity produces quality. So make a lot of work, and then eventually you'll see your work improve for sure. You'll get faster and better at what you do. Um, But like the reason why I say that is that if you're too fixated on quality, you're probably gonna be too much of a perfectionist and it's gonna prevent you from creating in the first place. Okay, let's see. Um, am I Nepalese? No. Do I look Nepalese? I guess I could look like many different ethnicities because I'm mixed. People often think I'm Hispanic or people have thought that I was Russian for some reason as well, because I think in Russia they'll have these parts that look a little Asian as well. Yes, Careless Whisper. You tell them. You tell them. I know you guys are on my side. I literally will just burn hotter and hotter until I'm done writing a song or two. Then I spend days as ashes just listening to the tracks. By the way, your songs are great. What I like about it is that it just obviously has your twist to it. It's your style. It's uniquely yours, and I think nowadays everything just sounds the same, so I quite enjoyed that. So yeah, thank you for sending me that. Um, yes, I would say there was some I'm answering to scene or on TV sale. There was definitely some of that. I mean, I'm half Chinese. Like negative reinforcement is part of Chinese culture. And now I get it, I see it, but it is kind of traumatic for kids to grow up with that. Because you don't want to feel like your love is conditional, like your parents' love for you is conditional, but that's what it can produce. All right, cage combat just needs to leave. Uh, like I don't. Okay, you're probably the most mean person that has been in our chat so far. You say random alphabet, but it's all good. We got plenty of good people on here, so we don't care. Actually, I feel internally Native American. I'm not, but going to New Mexico, I felt really at home, which was the weirdest thing ever. I think my soul really likes to be in deserts. I know that New Mexico, someone said New Mexico was not a desert, but to me it looks like a desert or feels like a desert. It's very dry. Um, okay. And let's see, what's the next one? Does making a lot of art devalue it? I think that that's sort of the same question as the quantity of over quality, but I have had an issue with that myself. Just I question and I wonder about because I tend to like to make I like to create all the time, right? But again, I feel like the answer is the more art you make, the better of an artist you become. So I think it's a good idea to just make a lot of art. But maybe one day at some point and I'm feeling it now too, I'll be making less and less art in the year. But I think to get to that point, you do have to make a lot. Yeah, you have to get really comfortable with the craft. Um, aesthetics of chaos. Aesthetics of chaos. Well, I think, okay, so when I was in school, I had a class at one point, and my teacher, like I noticed that he would tell me that I should use more negative space in my artwork, but I would always want to fill the artwork completely up. And I think that art pretty much reflects who we are as people. Like as I'm spacing out a little bit, but art pretty much reflects the creator, right? So it's a self-portrait in a sense. And some people really enjoy making negative space or more soothing artwork. And I think they themselves tend to be that kind of character. But I'm a little bit more internally chaotic. So for me, negative space can actually seem a little stressful to me or seem a little inauthentic to me. So that's why I gravitate towards more chaos in my work because I'm really trying to navigate the chaos within. I also tend to prefer ugly art than pretty art, maybe because I don't think that pretty art is honest. That's just my own opinion. And I like artwork that makes me feel something that is a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, see if anyone has said anything. Okay, is it possible to bear? It's just your favorite anime is Death Note. Ooh, I love Death Note. Death Note's good. That's the one thing that you've said that was actually good. I don't know how to mod you. Like I literally don't know how to do that. Like I'm so new to this, right? Um, do you realize you can leave caged? What does that mean? Wait, let's see. Okay, I think I got it. Let's let me see, let me see. Um, didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to see if I can. How do I do this? Yeah, I actually really don't know how to do this. I'm trying to figure out the settings to see. How do you guys all know about the mod thing? Have you guys gone live before? That was not on purpose. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's not happening. Doesn't someone was complaining that you're having uh yeah, I mean we got someone on here that's just being kind of annoying, but it's all good. I don't know how to remove them, unfortunately. I haven't figured it out. Okay, well, let's just go on. Um, well, do you guys have any? Oh, okay, wait, let me see. Let's see, let's see. Put user. Okay, I'm actually going to make someone a mod for me because I don't want to be. I'm gonna try. Okay, user can manage blocked words. Okay, there. User random alphabet. My fellow Capricorn friend that is born 1 or 2 days before me is now mod, I think. And we're just gonna continue the chat. And if you guys have any questions for me regarding any art subject, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. All right, so another question. I don't know if anyone on here is an artist. I feel like most of the questions I'm answering would be useful for artists. Damn, we got so many Capricorns in this chat. Do you guys not have work? Like what? Nice. Yeah, he was just kind of annoying. It was just bad energy, you know. I was like, I don't mind. He can be in there. I could just avoid it, but I feel like it just was killing the vibe. Brutalism. Yeah, I do enjoy a lot of different genres in art. But I will say Impressionism is something that took some time for me to grow into, and abstraction also took me some time, and minimalism, because minimalism just seems so easy, but once you really get into art, like if you make a lot of art, you start to appreciate simplicity more. But it's just not my forte. You know, you find you just express your truth, right, as an artist. I guess if I have to pick my favorite religion, I don't really follow any specific religion. Um, for me, I notice such an overlap in all of them, and I follow like I have faith. I have faith. I have strong faith, but not in any particular because I think a lot, they're all pretty much just saying the same thing in different words. But I quite like Kabbalah and Buddhism, I think, and Zen, I guess. Is that a thing? Is that a Capricorn thing, unemployment nowadays? Okay, my the sign, especially if you have a lot of it, is that it doesn't like authority. It doesn't like to be told what to do. So if you have a lot of it, you probably want to be your own boss. Um, or like it can just basically be rebellious to structures that it does not agree with, and Capricorns are inherently structure makers in however way, like in a small way or a big way, they tend to like I can think of several people throughout history that have like Mao Zedong, he literally created, he's the I mean, you guys know who Mao is, but he was born December 26th and he literally created an entire regime. Like he built his own structure. He was very idealistic. Um, but he had an excellent partner that helped him make it happen. So I don't know, like I think he had the ideas for how to build that structure, and then someone actually by his side landed it. Let's see. Faith and wood, they definitely are all different. They uh I mean, I don't want to get into any religious discussion here, but there's lots of similarities in terms of the really base principles. Um, so I believe there's an organization to the world that we live in, and I have a bit of a metaphysical understanding of this world. You know, our emotions and thoughts are also matter and can influence it, but I don't have the particular I don't believe that. Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna go into it because then we're gonna start an argument, and I'm not trying to have that. Um, I think communism is a great concept. It's a good theory, like a lot of things. Like, initially look good on paper, but in practice can be just another extreme, and any extreme, I think, is problematic. Which religion has the best art? You know, I'm pretty into Hindu art, I would say. Indian art, I think is insane. Nah, I think it's just bonkers, and I love it. It's very sexual, actually, Indian art. Um, do you think Monet's paintings are too pretty? Yeah, Hindu art is scary. That's why I like it. I like weird looking things. I think I also like Taoism, maybe, or Buddhism, but Buddhist art is a little too peaceful. I think I like a little bit more of that fear, because I feel like um you just can't really have light without dark. And I think I'm the most intrigued by ugly things, dark things, scary things. Maybe it's that warrior energy. Okay, so let's maybe answer another question. Okay, wait. So I was gonna answer how to stay inspired. And this I think can apply for anybody, obviously, definitely if you're an artist, but you have to be playful. You have to be willing to experiment. So if you're bored right now in your life, probably you're stuck in a rut, you're in a routine, and you need to try something different. And I do this a lot with my art. I get bored pretty much towards the end of creating any collection, any capsule collection, I start to get bored, and then I give myself the grace to play around and do whatever I want in terms of, like materials, and like you don't have to make art always in the same way that you made art before. And the industry does want to make you believe that you have to have a consistent style. Personally, I think that if you're being true to yourself and your expression, the style is going to still represent and reflect you anyway, in one way or the other. So you don't have to try, it's just going to happen very naturally. Um, but if you're okay with just being a commercial artist doing the same exact thing over and over again, you can do that. But that's not the kind of artist that I am. And I do know some artists that are very successful and they ended up becoming known for one type of style. So they basically keep doing the same exact thing in different settings, and they're not even the one painting it anymore. To me, I'm like, at what point do you just stop being an artist? Like, I'm like, are you still an artist, or are you just like a guy chilling in the wealth that he's made and, a businessman? Like, I guess you can still call that person an artist. It just becomes a matter of opinion. Okay. I'm in Japan. Yeah. What am I trying to express in my art? Well, lately I'm working on an organized chaos collection, and the exhibition that it's going to be exhibited in is called Moody. So I try to express the internal chaos that we experience, the things that we can't see, what goes on inside of our minds. And basically, my goal is just to get better and better at representing that in the most raw way um, possible. And so in the last year, I started experimenting more with different materials. We're not at the fun part yet. We're gonna be doing makeup very soon, and I kind of wanted to try a new palette with sparkles. I'm gonna look very silly. Experiment with the technique and write a batch. Wait, let's see. Where are you? Is in the world. Yeah, I'll experiment with the technique and write a bunch of songs, then plateau for a bit, and then eventually experiment more. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Like, I used to feel really bad because one of the questions was like, what is being productive as an artist? I would feel really bad when I'm not creating for like I don't know, like if I'm not being quote unquote productive, um, I feel I just feel less. I feel like I'm, and this is personal. I'm trying to work on this. Trying to work on this with my therapist, but I feel like I have to prove my worth somehow, like or my value. And so I like to always be like I like to be productive. It makes me feel like, oh, okay, like I deserve being on this earth, but it's really messed up and what I'm leaning into now is like I just just being kinder, because it's just a beautiful thing to even be alive. And and also if you take care of yourself and you are the host of what you create, you are the tool that's going to create it, right? Then it is very much in your interest to be good to yourself and make sure that you're happy and taken care of and like treat yourself, Like, so yeah, I also feel like when you do actually then create, even if you're creating less than you used to, the quality might actually improve because you as a person have more quality, than if you're just constantly a tool. Like, I mean, yes, you are a tool, but as an artist, or you are serving, but you have to, feed yourself well, or like, I'm curling my hair right now. This is my way of being kind to myself and treating myself. Just straight lines. Are we those who are piece in the back? They look like they are on a rug or really thin canvas. Yeah, so these are some pieces that I'm working on. I've been working on them the last 2 nights, and I'll probably continue to. But yeah, I normally work on canvas, but I also work on paper. So those are paper pieces, and they're going to be framed for the show. But at the moment, I'm just working on it taped on the wall. We're we're not in my usual studio. We're traveling right now, so we're in Japan. We're in like a temporary studio right now, so I'm making it work. Um, polished or anything like that. It's grunge. But I think that actually makes it actually works very well with the collection that it's for, which is um organized chaos, Like it's just like some of the pieces in that series, I actually ripped the artwork apart and then I would glue it together and collage it somehow. Those are the mirror reverse particles. That would be mirror particle of chaotic concept material. Yeah, I actually thought about painting directly on a mirror for the future. There's so much I want to experiment with. So I'm like, I'm just trying to get through the end of the year because I feel like things are starting to just look, especially doing these streams, which I really enjoy doing. So I want to upgrade my setup and make this a thing. That on top of everything else I got going on, it's a good amount that I need to figure out at this point. And I definitely want to continue to explore different materials. Comes out wrong without breaks. Yeah, I agree with wood duck. Yes, look at you being such a good mod user random alphabet. Hey, we collaborating. I love it. I love it. Okay, so it's time for makeup now, I guess. It's a shame that I have this really silly. No, actually, I love my headphones. I love my headphones, but it looks silly in the camera when I don't know how to do my hair with it right now. But anyway. I don't want it in my face. If I put it over my hair, then you probably won't hear my voice very well. Okay. So, we got no girls in the chat probably. Actually, do we? Where's Marine? Um, just came in. Are you in Japan? Yes. I am in Japan. I'm leaving on the 12th though. I'm going to Shanghai for Art Bund. Trying to see if I know someone on here. Bruno, what is your favorite book? What is my favorite book? Wow. Um, I can't remember. Every time I get asked questions like that, like what's your favorite movie, what's your favorite book, my brain just goes blank. I should make a list and just try to memorize it, but I can't remember anything when I need to remember it. I think I'm gonna put this crazy lipstick on. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, no, I'll do it last. Um, what was the question? My favorite book. Okay, well, I quite like Swan's Way, Marcel Proust, just because it's uh it's so representational of real life. The guy's just really bored, and the way it's written, the whole book is fascinating to me. Okay, so I just got this palette. It looks like the same color over and over again, but it has a different sheen depending on how you look at it. I know. This is the most girly thing ever, but it's just great. It's just great. Ooh, look at that. You're not going to be able to tell. I'll show you guys at the end because I have a really crap streaming setup right now, aka I don't really have a setup. Okay. Um, it's a little annoying. I usually would use my fingers, but I have really long nails, so it's just not working. It's just not working. Wondering, no, I think this is gonna have to be the angle. But basically, you see, it's glitter. My hair is pretty long, I would say. Okay, let's go to another question. Okay. Who am I when I am not creating? Who am I when I'm not creating? Oh boy. Okay, so I realized that I don't have a lot of balance in my life. I made a joke short recently, like don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm pretty much talking about work or different areas of your life, right? Because if you focus only on one area of your life, you're just putting too much pressure on that area. What if that area doesn't go well? You know, what if you're having a bad work year? You just it's just devastating, you know? So, point is, I previous to this year, I would very easily just be like, I mean, no, I still kind of. I don't have so much that I do outside of work. Like I just love what I do, right? I love art. But I realized this year that I need to develop more things. So I started playing tennis again, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. And spending more time with friends, which is something that I have wanted to do for the last many years, is to prioritize friends more, but it's been a process to really get there because I think I just didn't really prioritize it before, so it's taking time for me to actually prioritize it. And now I feel like I'm in a place where I really genuinely, first of all, have friends that I really like, and I feel like it is a priority. Um, so who am I outside of work, outside of creating? Well, I guess I play tennis. Um, I do have somewhat of a personal life. I like to travel a lot, but I definitely think I can find a better balance. I'm not the most balanced. Let's see. Put all your eggs in one, but then go get another basket. Exactly. Most embarrassing moment you're willing to share. Oof, I have so many. I have so many, and they're all just so embarrassing. embarrassing that I don't know if I can share them. My sister goes around and tells her friends my embarrassing stories because of how good they are. Like she doesn't seem to get into embarrassing circumstances. Oh gosh, let me see if I can think of anything that's like, nah, nah. I think mine are they're just too real. I actually haven't really, I'm taking way longer doing this, obviously, because we're live, but and I'm chatting with you guys. But I normally don't do that much recently. I kind of keep it very simple. Are you taking applications for human footstools? Lol, what? Tennis is so rare. Everyone playing pickleball now. Ooh, you play pickleball? I played pickleball recently with some friends. It was actually really fun. But yeah, I guess because tennis courts take up so much space, right? So it's easier to just like a pickleball doesn't take up that much space. Hmm. Herm. Yeah, so I need a better setup, guys. It's a work in progress. How long have we been doing these streams for? 3 weeks. Not even. Not even. So I think so far so good. I'm gonna have to look up and actually see when my first stream was, because the last, like it was so slow this whole year, and then the last 2 months I feel like everything's just moving forward, you know? Um, Tennis is boring. Well, I used to play pro for my country. Okay, let's go to the next question. Can insecurity be a fuel for art making? Well, I'm just dragging my makeup session on forever. I was kind of going between whether I should do another eye drawing or do my makeup, and I had to do my makeup anyway, so I thought I'd just do this. Um, okay, so can insecurity be a fuel for art making? Oh, totally. Oh, totally. 'Cause I guess I don't know. I guess like a feeling I have is like I just I don't know what I've been searching for a sense of purpose since I was a child. Where I guess I just felt like I didn't really want to even be around. I didn't feel a purpose to be alive. And so I wanted to understand what I was really here. Was there purpose for my existence? And then now I guess I feel like, yeah, my purpose is to create things and, bring cool things into this world. And so that gives me a purpose to live. But in a way, that's an insecurity because I feel like, I guess, I don't know if I feel like I genuinely matter, right? Like I have to have some sort of role to play to matter. Isn't that an insecurity in a sense? Because of course, like, you don't have to really prove prove yourself to belong. Um, I think also, a little dose of childhood trauma is always useful because it makes you want to prove yourself. So when you fail and fail and fail, which you are bound to fail in any industry that's worth it, in my opinion, that um, entrepreneurs go through this as well. Like you'll fall on your face until you don't, and then you'll fall again, and then you'll rise and then you'll fall again. And And having some insecurities, having a feeling like I need to prove myself, I need to prove my worth to belong to this world, is in fact useful for standing back up again. Because otherwise, you're just like, if you just think you're a prince and you're on top of the world and you don't need to prove anything and you have no insecurities and like, then maybe you would just be in a jacuzzi all day and sit at a beach and never do anything. So I think some insecurity is good, or maybe you're just growth-oriented person and you're just curious how awesome you can become in this life. And in that case, that's also great. I I am of the opinion that we are here to expand and to become. Um, ooh, that actually goes really against Buddhist philosophy, which is to be and to be present, which I also do agree with. So I don't know. But again, I think that's an insecurity, right? So I think this insecurity that makes you feel like you have to become something is useful if you want to be successful as an artist. Is it the is it in fact the most enlightened approach to life? Probably not. Probably the most enlightened approach to life is to be present. But I think being present doesn't mean doing nothing necessarily. Like I don't know if the purpose of life is to sit under a tree and meditate until you die. I don't know. I feel like we're supposed to impact society in one way or the other. So if you're enlightened, maybe like go be what Eckhart Tolle is doing, right? Like do what Eckhart Tolle is doing, which is he's helping other people get enlightened too. Like isn't that also expansion? So I feel like still you can be present, but you can still help society expand. Ultimately, it's about expansion. Insecurity can help you get there. Insecurity can even can bring you towards enlightenment because you're so dissatisfied. You're so dissatisfied with your life, you're so miserable that you completely break and then boom, something seeps through your consciousness and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I am infinite." And pow, you just like pass the matrix test. Okay, let's see. What are y'all saying? We got 28 likes on this makeup live stream. Are you taking application? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, my Chinese friends have been that's I play pickleball with them. It is easy mode tennis. It does work a little bit differently. You kind of the goal is to well, yeah, actually I guess in tennis you also want to come to the net, but I don't like going to the net because I don't want to get hit in the face with the ball. What time is it for you? It is 3:30 p.m. Gonna get a rally for like 10 plus hits. Yeah. I mean, pickleball is fun. I totally think it's fun. It's a fun sport with friends. We were drinking wine while playing. Do I have a mission? Yes, I would say I do have a strong sense of mission, but I am trying to be lenient because I also have a strong tendency towards obsession and being a little bit stubborn. So once I decide, I'm like, this is my mission. I'll just decide this is my mission. But the whole point is like you're supposed to allow some space for the cosmos to sort of guide you towards your mission. So you might be wrong. Maybe you thought this was your mission, but that wasn't your mission. Like, these streams are an example of that, right? Like I'm now allowing some space. I'm like, hey, maybe I'm supposed to be sharing and communicating. Maybe that's part of my mission. But in the past years, I was determined, and I thought my mission was just like gallery shows and exhibitions, and I've been doing that, but I feel like we have an inner compass, so it was feeling good until I started to feel like it wasn't really hitting the full spot for me. So I think I'm supposed to still do that, but also other things too. Um, so I think that's me in this experimental era of streaming. And I still haven't figured it out yet, so we are in testing phase. And Um, but we will get there. We will get there. I think the primary thing is that, like, obviously, I'm mostly a painter. I'm an artist, right? But in these streams, it's been way more fun just chatting with you versus necessarily talking about art, but maybe, yeah, I need to sort that out. Maybe use a random alphabet can give me some suggestions. I think we're functioning as a good team right now. Like, what do you think would be interesting? Like an interesting setup to continue with these streams. Who's, oh, right. How do you express your insecurity in art? Because I sort of have an idea of how I pour insecurity into my looks, but drawing them seems daunting. I think the insecurity is more that I keep coming back to it over and over and over again, and I keep trying to just get better. It's like I'm trying to prove to myself that I can be better. Um, maybe that's maybe more what I meant by insecurity, but yeah, I actually write statements. My first exhibition that I did in was in New York, and by the way, anyone that hasn't liked the video, will you guys like the video? Thank you. Thank you. We're doing eyeliner right now. It's a little hard to do when I'm chatting, but my first exhibition was in New York, and I had my eating disorder recovery journal in that exhibition. And I remember I had been suffering from eating disorders for like 10 years of my life since I was a child as a way to control my body, as a way to, because I felt like I couldn't control my environment. It was so chaotic, and I guess I resorted to controlling my figure. And so I suffered really badly from eating disorders. But then in this show, I decided for myself, I was like, this is going to mark the end of this nonsense. I'd been in recovery for 2 years. In recovery, meaning I was journaling, doing all the work that I could just to rewire my brain around it. Because 10 years of eating disorders, it's an addiction, guys. Eating disorders are an addiction. I don't think many people understand what it is. But yeah, and essentially in that show, I had a journal where I was writing, like it was just like the journal that I had just for my eating disorders. You could see me logging my calorie intake, me logging my mood, like all of that. And then the pieces were the experiences I was having at the time where I was puking human bodies. It was very cool actually thinking about it, but that was my first show. So it's always been very emotional for me. I've always been using art to express more vulnerable uh, aspects and insecurities that I was like, it's like I've been using art to overcome things. Uh, and yeah, and then and I've also like hosted these art healing workshops for other people to help them as well to confront their demons and their insecurities. So my approach to art is quite tied to that. I really don't like what I've done, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm only gonna have this makeup look for one day. We put the eyeliner on. Thanks, random alphabet. You're doing great. Make it straight because it's bad, but people say I can draw. Or do you like? I don't know who those people are. Rublev, Vasnetsov, Ayozovsky, Heineck. We're asking questions about creativity in the creative process. Yes. Any further questions? I don't like the concept of nirvana. The goal is to reincarnate. I'm not sure about that. I am tired. Like I there are times where I want to cop out and use random user alphabet knows what I'm saying, like as Capricorn heavy folks, it's like I have yet to meet a Capricorn heavy person actually that does not understand. Like that does not have that did not go through stuff as a child, honestly, that made you not really want to be around because it's just like it was just harder to be around than the idea of leaving. And it's not this nasty thing, you know, but um yeah, so I guess for me, I like the idea of nirvana because the idea of reincarnation kind of like there are moments where I've been like, I don't really want to be here anymore because I just feel so much responsibility. Like if I'm here, I feel like there's just so much work to do. Like damn, there's so much work to do. I can't relax. There's so many things I want if I'm around, and I know it's like I feel unsatiated. Like I know once I reach this goal, I'm just gonna want the next goal and the next goal. And like when is it gonna end? Can I just be okay with nothing, like right now? So I oscillate between like wanting everything and then just like wanting nothing because I realize how everything is ridiculous. And in there these moments where I'm like, well, maybe like why am I even around, Because this is all so pointless anyway. And then a part of me is like, well, okay, at the off chance that reincarnation is legit, Um, I don't really want to be born again having to deal with this problem that I'm not dealing with right now. And I don't want to, like, who knows? I might be born in a worse circumstance. And I don't really I don't really feel like that. So I don't really like the idea of reincarnation. I much prefer that the goal is to get to a place of nothingness, you know? Um, I don't know if that means that you in this lifetime that you have to be poor to get to nothingness, because I actually think like nothingness is also in a way the ultimate abundance, but it's not the abundance in the sense of having to play the society game. It's probably just like releasing and letting go and not even playing the game whatsoever, and everything you want will be taken care of. Like that to me, I think is probably more realistic. What's my sign? Capricorn. We got several Capricorns are on here. Seriously, is most of the chat Capricorns? Am I just attracting Capricorns on this chat? Hello, Nick. Hello, hello. I have to be creative as a teacher even when I don't feel like it. Yeah, teaching is hard. I've been a teacher as well, and every once in a while, when the market is not excellent or something, I'm having a slow year, I'll think about it. I'll be like, maybe I should just teach. But then I'm always like, no, my God, it's so much brain space, it's so much work. And it makes it difficult to then focus on art making afterwards because you just need a break after teaching. Because teaching is also like art in terms of its output all the time. You're just giving, 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 giving. Like, how much of you do you have, We only have so much gives to give. Well, I just noticed Noodle just asked this the time when your clock is visible right there. Oh yeah. Yeah, but is it AM or PM? Because we're kind of at that weird hour where it could be a sunset or sunrise. Do you got a favorite religion then? Yep, exactly. Kabbalah, Buddhism. Oh, you guys are really paying attention. I'm so flattered. What? Wow, we got such a good crowd here. I love you guys. Oh my gosh. Ace, I think it's okay to destroy your art. However, maybe you might break through to a new level if you experiment putting it back together after. That is exactly what I'm doing. So this year, because I was feeling so turbulent and like over how I'd been doing things previously, I basically started destroying my previous art. You've seen my reels, right? And it was because I felt overly attached to my work and I wanted to it's what we've been talking about, in a way, like I guess it ties into religion too. I just didn't want to take everything so personally, and I didn't want to, like, I felt like I was taking myself too personally, and I was getting too attached to my dream and my vision, and it's like, girl, nothing matters. Nothing matters. Destroy the art. Stop caring so much about this freaking object, you know? Don't take yourself so seriously. What if everything burns to the ground? What if? What are you gonna do then? And I like imagine this scenario a lot. There are a few pieces that I would genuinely, be heartbroken over, but it's like, am I gonna stand up again? Like, what would I do if everything burned to the ground? And honestly, just being in that space, I find very relieving. So bottom line is, I took a bunch of my paintings and I was like, I will freaking destroy this. I will destroy this art because it doesn't matter. It never mattered in the first place. And And through that, some really cool things. It's also just been very relieving. My whole understanding of the painting material has changed. I understand that I can overlap things. I understand that I can, like here's a beautiful rose. Oh my gosh, I can F that rose up and it ends up looking cooler than the initial rose, you know? And I'm like, wow, that is actually so much more honest in terms of what life feels like. It's like, oh my gosh, I finally feel amazing. I have all the things I ever dreamt of. And a storm comes, just rips everything from your hands. You go through heartbreak, you're in pain, and then what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna cry about it? You're gonna make art about it? That's the kind of art that I want to make, or that I make, right? That's what my art's about. I got a little excited there. Wait. Ooh, I see you busy using random alphabet. We're also just getting, I guess, probably comments that are not so nice in this chat. Maybe do a painting stream or whatever art you do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Canon, that's definitely well, right now it's a bit limited. I am working on a show. So the pieces that I'm working on are on paper. So it's not paintings, but you guys do see me working on it. It's not as fun as you think because it takes a while to actually make something into completion. I would say the most fun process to watch me do is the first two layers of an artwork because, it goes from blank page to so much. But then when it's the middle phases, it's not that fun. It just takes time. So, we pretty much just chat through that. And those of you that want to hang out with me, hang out with me. Yeah, see, Ace TL 887. Like I think drawing original art actually is also a muscle, and I think that that's like I developed that almost too much compared to focusing too much on this technical side. So I know artists that are so technically good but have no imagination. And I think that I definitely land more in like I have so many ideas all the time and like all that. But I think just finding a balance between the two is good. But if you want to train your imagination, you can, well, I can do a workshop here sometime. I will definitely do. Right now I'm just getting a bit busy with actual work I need to do, so it's you know, it's not so fun to follow me with it just because it takes longer for me to complete something, as I just mentioned. But in the future, especially I'll keep doing things like this, we will end up getting a large enough following here on YouTube, and then I will offer workshops and then I will actually be helping you guys unleash. I'll basically be doing the workshops I've been doing in my studios, but here on YouTube for my members only folks. If that sounds awesome, stick around. That's where we're headed. Do you treat your face like a canvas? I do. I treat my whole life as a canvas. And I recommend you do the same. Um, yeah, so drawing well and drawing from imagination, I feel like are definitely two different muscles. If you can do both, dynamite, well, you should be an artist full time, full time. But then you have to learn some business skills. You have to learn some other skills. You might just think it's awful, but put yourself out there, bro. Some of my songs I don't like, others love for the for some reason. Yes, okay. User random alphabet. If there's something to take away from us connecting through my streams, it is that you need to start putting your work out there on all the social media platforms as much as you can. You should like make music videos. I don't know if you don't have the gadgets, just do it with your friends, like down the street with a phone. I don't care, like, like those are cool too. Just play around. All the videos that I've been making with my reels, I've just been taking with my phone and I use CapCut. But promote your music out there. You already put all the work in to make the awesome songs that you got. Like the world needs to hear it, right? Thing is awful to put out there, but bro, some of the song. Okay. Puking human bodies is pretty metal. Yeah. Oh wow, I'm like really behind. Like in the chat. I still have that piece because back then I still wasn't like selling my originals. I started off by selling only prints. So I still have that piece. It is metal. It's just like Radiohead and Creep. Yes, I hug my demons and it scares people around me. I just saw this meme. Well, because I follow several Capricorn accounts, but you could totally use this meme for any account. It was like when you tell a Capricorn to become friends with your demons, and it's like a Cap just like raving away, standing on a table, like and like a bunch of demons just like dancing with her. And I was like, that is what's up. That's actually how I feel like we become more empowered. I can't say I can't speak for everybody, but I would say there is a dark energy in people who have a lot of Scorpio placements and people who have a lot of Capricorn placements, and that we really become more empowered and more beautiful and more, I would just say like confident when we actually learn how to dance with our demons, because I think we are here to shine light on darkness. Like, and I don't think everyone's got the same role. There's plenty of people I know that are not at all invested in, like they don't even have to encounter the dark very much. Um, then we got 35 likes on the video, and we're not even drawn. We just getting ready. We just curling hair, doing makeup. My makeup's not even that great. It's just normal makeup that I took like 3,000 years to complete because I keep getting distracted. I don't think it's done yet. Hmm. Maybe I do a little bit of a highlight on my chin, my cheek. My favorite Radiohead. Okay, the highest high and the lowest low. Do we have any more art-related questions, guys? I also like Live in Glass House because it's so jazzy. Yes, and when there are boring days, it feels like your fault. History isn't always exciting. It's weird how the clock is normal when it's supposed to be a mirror. Yeah, true. Inspiring. So happy to be here. Hey, Daddy Walk Records. You're new here. Rhino My Uno. You're new here too. Thank you. I mean, you can't really see my art in this video. We're just hanging out, but you can definitely see my reels on my channel. But if you really want to see my art, you should follow my Instagram because that's where I post my Instagram. YouTube at the moment is experiment grounds for me. It's a case study. I'm just testing out different ways to get my art out there, to connect with you guys, to charge my batteries. Um, my estimation is that in a year, my channel will actually start to will make sense. Like I will have figured out within a year's time what I'm doing here. And I'll have way cooler setups. Hit the like, please, chat, and follow her Instagram. You guys are user random alphabet. You're a good partner on this. Are you at work, by the way? Or do you work from home? You play games. No, I don't play games. I play art. It's right there, pre-recorded. Treat life as a canvas. Don't be sloppy. People will notice. Yes! Yes! Easier said than done. Your courage is infectious, Eirdís. Thank you! Be courageous! You got one life, okay? You got one life. I like how the mirror corrects the time on clock. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't know it did that. Hi, Jamie Lee. We got so many new people on here. That's so exciting. We're building a community. Random user alphabet. Dark Side's not on here today. Marine is not on here either. We got some new folks. Do you like watercolors? That's my favorite. I like everything. I would like to try gouache, actually. New here. Subscribe. Hey, thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. New people on the channel. Christ is King. I don't agree or disagree. Jesus is Lord. Don't agree or disagree. Don't have really strong opinions about that. Or maybe I do, but I probably won't talk about it. Games is art. I'm into religion. I'm not anti-religion. I'm actually very spiritual. I just kind of, I mean, in a way, I'm into all religion. In a way. I doubt you will have anything figured out in a year. Can it be my goal, though? Can it be my goal? At least a nice setup. At least a nice setup and hopefully one type of workshop ready, like a type of workshop that I can do maybe monthly. Maybe we can do a full moon workshop together. I already do them in my studios, but I need enough people to be interested in it. So I still need to build an audience because even you wonderful people on this chat might not be the right crowd for an art healing workshop. Me doing an art healing workshop on a full moon or a new moon, I would actually need you guys to have a pen and paper, some crayons in front of you, and we would really be doing it like a class. But I would love to get to a point within a year where I'm doing that monthly and having like members for that. Like that sounds amazing to you. Then I can help you guys to ground yourselves in your life, become more courageous, align yourself with your path, etc., which is something that I do consistently. Hello, Devraj. Doubting a Capricorn is like crack to them, bro. Oh my God, that is so good. That needs to be a meme. Oh my God, it's so true. I just listened to So I use like Chinese TikTok, mostly just to improve my Chinese. But this thing, like, as actually, it is a gift to a Capricorn to put them through hell. Like Capricorns that don't go through hell are just less. They're just lesser Capricorns. Like they're not as great. Like Capricorns that go through hell, yeah, it's fuel for them. It's like they will rise higher the lower they fall, right? It's crazy. That's really twisted and messed up. I know. It's very masochistic too, but it's like it is what it is. I understand this now looking back. I'm 31, okay? I just passed my Saturn return. I just passed it. And I'm understanding this now. I'm like, I think going through crap is my friend. And I'm here to guide other people through their crap. That might be one of my missions. Cool, we got some more people from India here. Solid. You can be the next Bob Ross. I don't know. I think I'd be more interested in like cutting up paintings than painting, like cutting up landscapes than actually painting landscapes. You can be the next Bob Ross. Okay, wait, no, I'm reading the same thing. Should we howl as well? I don't know, you can do it, sure. I won't hear it though. I'll feel it energetically. Religion and politics is sticky in a mixed crowd. Want to have a circular conversation. Yeah, I'm not the person to talk about politics. I could get into spirituality. I know a good chunk about it. Metaphysics is something I'm interested in. Esoteric, occult, I'm into it. Magic, you guys want to talk about magic? You guys want to talk about, I could get into that. But religion, it just gets a little heated with religion because people feel so sensitive about it. Like I'm way more philosophical about those things. I'm philosophical about spirituality too, in a sense. Fish half the time. Do I believe in objective truth? That stops me in my tracks. That stops me in my tracks. Do I believe in objective truth? We got 41 likes. Oh my gosh. I am so flattered. Thank you. I appreciate you guys enjoying my rants. Okay. Do I believe in objective truth? Oh my gosh, that is doing a thing to my brain. Um, I don't know if I can answer that. I think people write entire books to attempt to answer that question. So I will leave that. It's hurting my brain. What is your favorite animal? Okay, story time. I did a spirit animal meditation years ago, right before I went full-time artist mode. And wait, let me see. Let me just. Ooh. I'm trying to curl the front of my hair. And I thought, wait, okay, I look like crap right now. Just deal with it. Okay, so I thought that it was a meditation. I actually passed out and then I started dreaming. I thought I was gonna get a cat. I was so sure I was gonna get a cat. Yeah, I was pretty sure I was gonna be a medium-sized cat. Do you guys hear me, by the way? Because now I got the like, let me know if you hear me. But anyway, long story short, I passed out and a wolf walked towards me, and I was like, really? A wolf? And it wasn't a cute wolf. It was like a black, scary, really creepy, yellow-eyed wolf. But when I saw it, I felt very safe. I felt very at home. I felt like he came to tell me that everything was going to be okay, and I was doing everything right, and everything was because, I'm good. I'm good. And I was so panicked back then because I was so terrified to go full time with art. Um, I mean, it's terrifying, like, what does that even mean, full-time art, right? But it was just scary because I had the consistent monthly income before this, and then suddenly just being like, okay, I'm about to devote my time to just creating art as much as I can and hope for the best. Anyway, the wolf came to me and was like, you good, girl. You're gonna be fine. And then for the next week, I kept feeling like I was running with wolves. Which I believe is a book name, which is hilarious because it's about women running with wolves. It's basically about free women, free-spirited women. And I'm like, I don't not resonate with that book. I actually resonate with that book, but I read that book like a year after, 2 years after this dream. So point is, I don't really have a favorite animal. I probably have to process this. I don't really know. Yeah, and I'm curious what if I did the spirit animal meditation again, what I would get now because lately I've been feeling like I'm in water a lot. Like I visually feel like I'm in deep waters. Ooh, Jamaica! We got people from all over the place. Chinese TikTok. I need to get on that. Do you speak Chinese? Random alphabet. Crazy common Iceland. Giant spaghetti monster. My God. Chinese zodiac signs, but they are based on the year of the birth. Yeah, actually China has like very complex astrology charts that are called 八字, and they also have 紫微斗数. They have lots of really complex systems that are excellent. They're really good. And they have 5 elements compared to the 4 elements in Vedic and Western astrology. So in the Chinese one is water, fire, earth, metal, and wait, there's one more. Water, fire, earth, metal. What's the last one? And wood. And wood. It's pretty good. Ace is 38 next week. Woohoo! Wait, is this Scorpio season? Happy early birthday. Hopefully you'll come on chat again and we will all wish you a happy birthday together. Do you understand Chinese? I'm half. I'm half too. Yes, I speak Chinese. Are you half Indian and half Chinese? Where are you from? I'm Icelandic. I'm half Icelandic and half Chinese. How can you spell the sound of a big fart? Lol. I don't even think that's a bad question. I'm like, I literally don't, I just think it's hilarious. It's like, how would I actually answer that if I were to answer it? Mod bro, remove the inappropriate comments. Sometimes they're just silly though. As long as it's not like like hardcore negative energy where it's like, okay, this is just you just literally came on here to release your pent up energy, like you probably just need to get laid. Politics means nothing until it does. Politics matters. It's just not my forte, you know. Like I am too sensitive for politics. I can't handle it. I would prefer just being taking care of my mental health, like, and then hearing the important news from other people. You ignoring me continuously because I'm Indian. No, what? Deborah, what are you talking about? I have so many messages to get through. Golden rule is all you need. I want to spend money on you. Yes, spend money on me, okay? Yeah, like join my members once it becomes available. I have a Patreon account. You can literally just become a patron and give me some monies. But yeah, once we have this YouTube channel set up, then I'll start providing all kinds of like different workshops and exclusive chats and like and then you guys can support me more directly. That'll be pretty cool. And we can make artworks together. You guys will be able to contribute to my pieces. Whoever's on the chat right now, could you guys like my chat? Thank you. It helps us get more views. I'm probably not going to stay here for much longer. I mean, gosh, this video is sort of literally just me getting ready. If I have a little, I actually have to make a call for work. Someone called me and I didn't answer, which is very rude. The mirror is not our friends. This mirror is your friend. Usually I wait for ages to call someone out, but a gray area because it's live. Her live, bro. You're doing really good, user alphabet. Basic negative energy, I don't like. But if someone's just being silly and goofy, I don't mind. Your clock right now is in the mirror. That means you're using a mirror image. Yes, exactly. Exists whether you know, aren't we all just mirrors? Let's be real. Objective truth exists whether you believe it's objective. I just feel like that could become a philosophical debate, and I would need a good amount of brain power to actually have that discussion. I get you, user, but just saying there are some explicit comments, bro. That's all. From Iceman, check it out. Always show you candy. Tell me about Capricorn. YB. We have talked about Capricorn a great deal. This has become a Capricorn podcast. Basically, I have been reflecting on Capricorn energy a lot myself, having 6 planets in Capricorn. People that meet me don't think I'm a Capricorn. They often think I actually get Aries a lot. When I'm in China, people think I'm an Aries, but I think it's because I'm more expressive than the typical Chinese person. And I am a bit fiery. Like I totally am. But your moon sign matters a lot, and I have a Gemini moon, so I resonate with that pretty heavily. The main thing that, like, just in terms of life, um, the Capricorn energy, I do resonate in terms of like, there's just sense that you always like everything has to be purpose. Like everything has to, okay, resourcefulness is a thing with Capricorns. Um, Capricorns hate wasting time. So if you see a Capricorn going out, they are very aware that they're now going out because they need it to feel better in their life. Like there's always a purpose behind them even having fun. And this is something I don't like about myself. Like I'm just always aware, like, okay, now today or this week is about me relaxing and having fun. And even in the midst of that, I'll have work ideas. And it's always so Capricorn energy often they will like to build things. They'll be like, "Oh, what can I use this for?" Or even people in their life, like, "Ooh, how can we collaborate? How can this friendship like make sense for my life? Like, what am I?" And I think like honestly, life works like this in a lot of ways, whether or not we realize it. But you know, value doesn't mean it doesn't have to be work value. It could be like I get like when I hang out with this person, I feel good. But Capricorns just tend to be very aware of the value that they are getting from situations because they're naturally more resourceful. And they can also be stingy as a result because you want to do the most with the least amount. I was listening to some it was a Capricorn podcast. So three of the people having the podcast were all Capricorns, and they were just saying they all have businesses, and they were like they know that there are easier ways to do their business, but they will spend the least in the most resourceful way to run their business so that they actually feel like they deserve the the wins once they get it. So yeah, it's known for like it takes longer for them to build things, but oftentimes it is much more rooted than a lot of other signs that just kind of go for it and then they might win really big, but then it might crash and burn. Um, I mean, these are generalizations, but I don't think it's wrong. And I think personally, I definitely have done things the hard way always, and I know that I have a knack for being resourceful. Um, yeah, and I think I definitely think that um it's like I don't really like to spend. You know, I'll be like, "Oh, can I get that for free?" Like then I'll try to get that. But it's actually that's problematic because you have to spend to get. You have to like pay or you have to like give to get, right? And that's something that I'm working on. And I like being around people that are very generous in that way because then I feel like I can learn from them. Anyway, that was a whole spiel in Capricorn. I know user random alphabet probably resonates. All wolves have yellow golden eyes. Said hi. Wolves respect and trust women more than men. Dog is easy. Answer. Whoa, very beautiful. Thank you. My spirit animal is an oxalot. Okay, well, I don't know what that is. That's a very cool word though. Language called Chinese. Astrology farts use. Yeah, can't help it. Can't help it. It's quite an animal. I'm just kind of confused as to why you're trying to stay intelligent. I'm not trying to stay intelligent, but I will take the compliment. Earth. I just hope no one remembers my birthday, especially at the school. Are you a January baby or a December baby? Those are also quite different, I find. I tend to feel a little bit more sorry for December baby. Actually, no, no. We can be like December babies can often like be a little more chatty. It really depends. It depends on your chart. I don't speak Chinese, but that doesn't stop me from vibing to Blueprint Supreme. How are you doing? Different culture spell. Alright, there's no language called Chinese. It's called Mandarin. I speak Mandarin, so I got to go chase away Bear Mountain Eye. Lie, maybe. Lol. We'll see you guys. I'll see you, Jaren, in a future chat. I'm probably gonna leave like in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Once I'm done reading this chat. Why are farts negative? Farts are positive. They are, in fact, positive. It is healthy to release gas. You are right. If my crush is dating my best friend, what should you do if your crush is dating your best friend? Oof, I don't know. I would drop it. That sounds like a very dramatic situation. I don't like drama. I turn 42 next week. I don't speak or understand. Only good morning, goodbye. I love you, pork, bun, and good fortune. Lol. Wait, are you half Indian? We all enjoy farts. I was asking Polly, sigh. Rocky, negative people think everything is negative. I'm disappointed. I'm gonna leave because I don't like negative people. Slay. Yes. Ninja Guppy just being silly. Have a good one. Yeah, yeah. Your comment was kind of funny. I was like, oh, that was like not even like a negative comment. It was just like a funny comment. Just being silly. Do you have to edit the video? I don't edit this stream, clearly. If this was an edited stream, I mean, I would be a really bad editor. Like, what? This whole stream is just a long blooper. Hi, Kevin. Ninja, no. Hi, Marco. Hi, Kevin. Um, Not if you understand what objective means. The better question is whether or not you believe in a subjective truth. Well, yeah, that absolutely. That's an easy yes. I think objective truth, I would have to really sit with. Um, because even that in I don't know. It's like it's a deep question. That's like That is what people have long debates over. Do you think people ever truly change or do they reveal who they've always been? Good question. I think there's certain elements of who we are that don't really change. The analogy that I like to use is that I think that we're born, all of us are born with a palette. We're all born, our parents gave us a set of colors. And if you don't have purple in your palette, you could go through the effort of making that color in your palette, but it's more effort than someone that just has purple in their palette. So are you going to spend your life constantly making that purple? Or are you going to just become a master at using your own color? So I think what happens is as you get older is that you become better at learning how to use your colors to make cool things in your life. Does that make sense? And you will also have had enough experience of muddying your colors and not doing it the right way. I'm going really metaphorical on this, but what I'm trying to say is that you don't really change at in essence, I think usually, and I'm saying this as someone who has transformed a great deal in my life. It's like I've changed a lot in my life. People wouldn't recognize me from different phases of my life. But I think at the core, you are the same. And I think in a way, it's like you just become more and more the colors that you originally were. So that's my take on that. What's the best Chinese food and why is it mapo tofu? Chinese food is not my favorite food. I mean, I quite like Sichuan food, I guess. Shanghainese food is good too. We got another Capricorn on here? What? This is just a Capricorn fest. Feast. Going out to feel better. Hit too hard. Oh, you going out? You're going out to wait, what? What? Wait, what you mean? Um, you've been doing your hair past 3 hours. Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going. It's actually almost 2 hours and I'm not proud. And my makeup is just very simple, so this is not really totally worthwhile watching, honestly. You're you're basically just seeing the routine of a woman, except in a really long format. Obviously, I probably normally take 10 minutes to get ready. This was 2 hours. I should probably not do this again, but it was a worthwhile experimentation. Next time we will be making art. That is definitely more fun for all of us involved. Objective truth, gravity elements, the sun, subjective truth, God. Yeah, but you know, like you can get still philosophical about that because people will say, well, I mean, if you did not witness the book in the forest, then is the book really in the forest? And is a sun really a sun, or is sun just a word that we are using to, because could the sun be something else under, you can get really philosophical about it. For a sec, I thought you're speaking with your reflection. Capricorns don't talk this much. I have a Gemini moon. That's why I'm a chatty. I chat away, and I totally agree. When I meet a Capricorn that likes to talk like me, I'm always like, oh my God, can we be friends? Because you're right. I normally don't have Capricorn friends because they don't like to talk. I bet random alphabet user is not as chatty. I bet you're chatty because you resonate with me because I'm speaking our truth. But I'm definitely I'm a communicator Capricorn. This is it's not common. Women are awesome. I'm 34 and I'm always astonished by their ability to talk for hours and basically everything saying nothing really. Oh my God. If I chit chat for 30 minutes, I feel exhausted. Oh my gosh, I wish my sister was here. We call each other just to talk, and then at the end of the talk, we'll feel so good. We'll feel like we ran a marathon and it will just feel so good. And then we try to summarize what we just said, and it's like, wow, we literally said nothing. Excellent, excellent. I'm glad that I'm giving you guys a dose of femininity and verbal diarrhea. Your room's so aesthetic, girl. Is it really? This is not my usual room. I'm here until mid-December, but I appreciate it. I do like this. I do like this little space I got here in Tokyo. It's very cute. It's quaint. You're finally getting girls in the chat. Oh my gosh, we got girls! What? Yes! Hello, artist on the rooftop. Hey, hi! I was answering a bunch of artist-related questions in the beginning of the video, but now we're at the end, so damn, how long is this chat? Do you have any advice for beginner artists who is good in sketching, trying out painting acrylic and watercolor? Like I can make a decent painting, but it takes me so many hours hidden trial to get. Okay, since you already have some basics and you know what you're doing, my advice is just keep doing it. Honestly. The way I got better at my craft is I just did it a lot. And you will, and like it takes time to make something nice. So if you're taking a long time, just understand that that's part of the process. And if you, let's say you okay, I'll give a story. When I first decided to go full time, I knew I need to upgrade my skills. And the first painting I made took me 1.5 months to complete. It took me 1.5. The second painting in the same style, which was I was doing kind of realism back then, took me 3 weeks to make. The third one took me 2.5 weeks to make. Now I can make that painting in probably a week and a half. Like that same realism painting, right? Or a week on a good day. So basically, it will take a long time because you're still adjusting and you need to feel it out. You have to try it yourself. You can watch videos all day long, but at the end of the day, you need to learn how to do it. So yeah, it just takes time. Thank you, Blue Bucks. I appreciate it. Where am I from? I'm Icelandic Chinese. Hello, Nick. Um, yeah, I guess, but I have a really big forehead. I think that it's time basically for me to be rapping, but I keep trying to go through all the comments and oof, okay. Just oh wait, actually I forgot to put my lipstick on. Okay. Nice chatting. I'm gonna sleep, 11 p.m. It was nice having you here, A. See you in future future lives. Yeah, I know how long 10 minutes of makeup really are. Women feel like it's 10 minutes, but it's actually you have experience with women. Yeah, you're totally right. Oh my gosh, I'm a Capricorn. I never talk. Oh my gosh, how many Capricorns are on this chat? Okay, so I will talk for all you Capricorns out there because I know how you think and I will speak it into existence because my Gemini moon needs to talk. But yeah, you guys usually don't talk, and that's why I don't have so many Capricorn friends. And when I meet a Capricorn stellium with a Sagittarius moon, I have not met someone with a Gemini moon like me yet. But when I meet a Capricorn stellium with a Sagittarius, we become best friends instantly. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you talk, I talk, we both care about the same subject. This is amazing. But no, Capricorns are usually just busy doing their own thing, not really expressing about it. I am an anomaly. Yes, so you can learn about Capricorns through me. You can learn about how you function, but you probably already know anyway. Then I think I might have a what? What are you talking about? I think I'm taking less right now too. Talking less right now to not steamroll the chat. Yeah, I mean we would obviously like Pisces moon. Yeah. We're obviously vibing. We're obviously vibing. I think we have lots in common. Sometimes I get a headache when I'm still trying to get through this chat so I can end the chat. Which maybe we'll get to 50 likes exactly when I'm done looking at the chat. Okay, sometimes I get a headache. Okay, I'm gonna have to go faster. Scotland, hi. Oh, okay, we're at the end. Are Capricorns the best? Yes, I think I used to feel really bad about being a Capricorn, but the older I get, the more I'm like, you know what, we're pretty awesome. We're pretty awesome. I like us. Like we take things seriously. We care a lot about everything and we learn, you know? And we have just like good intentions and we're just good people, I feel. Yeah, are we resourceful? So like if we feel like you're not really part of our vision or our dream, are we not going to give you the time of day? Yeah, that's probably true. Um, but there's no hard feelings. Like we still love you. Like and it's just like time is scarce. You only have so much time in your life. And we are just extremely aware of that. Yeah, I think. But did you always like I used to hate being a Capricorn. I mean, because it is a big burden to bear. It's like you constantly just there's just never ending work to do, and you're so hard on yourself. But as you get older, you just start to appreciate it. You're just like, I trust that I'll get there. I know. I trust in myself. I'm a good civilian. I have a big heart. Okay, anyone born in January is better than anyone else. I'm born in December, but I can't disagree. Lots of January folks are just amazing. I adore you guys, so that's must only be a girl's. I'm unaware of everything. Yeah, yeah. I think Capricorn men and women are maybe a little bit different. Maybe that would be a chat that user alphabet, random alphabet would be able to help you in understanding better. We have 51 likes. Holy moly, I should just title the video Capricorn chat and then we'll just attract only Capricorns here. Because I do think there's a lot of misunderstanding about Capricorns and or we could literally just chat about another sign. I'm happy to. I feel like the signs I know quite well are the ones that I know quite well in my real life, in my personal life. I could talk about Scorpio all day too. I got Scorpio in me as well. And I got a bunch of friends with a bunch of Scorpio. I could probably talk about Sagittarius, but it would be from a biased point of view. It would not be from the point of view of me being a Sagittarius. It would be from outside looking in. I'm not sure how they would like it. Like, um, but no, I love my favorite signs are probably Aquarius and Sagittarius. Even though yeah, I think Sag can also like drive me a little nuts in my head a little bit. But yeah, I think like I love Sagittarius and Aquarius, but it's also like I don't fully comprehend how they function, and I think that's why I enjoy them as well. How long you've been painting? How do you know that's not just you talking about your friends? Well, I have a really long database of people's signs since I was 13 years old, since I started paying attention to this. Because I don't really just follow what I see online. I like to form my own opinions on things. So I use my own intuition, the vibes that I get, and then I create my own sort of web around it. I don't know if we're more prone to ADHD. That I don't know. But we can be a bit scatterbrained. We can be a bit aloof. I think ADHD is more prone to Capricorns. Lol. All right. Okay. Okay. I could probably chat forever. Because apparently I'm a girl and girls can talk forever. So I'm just gonna have to leave. I'm just gonna have to leave and start my day. It's 4:20 p.m. here. I gotta go get stuff done. I gotta go make some calls. Sounds like a bunch of hocus pocus to me. Fair enough. We like magic. Magic is fun. I would prefer to believe in magic than to not believe in magic because otherwise, life is just a little bit too boring, if you ask me. Cheers from Northeast Texas. Hello, Tex. Um, if you haven't liked this video, subscribe to my channel to join my next live because we are now wrapping up. And this video is not going public because I said all kinds of nonsense in here. But you can join me in my next nonsense session where we're going to be drawing and painting. And maybe I will do my makeup with you guys again, but maybe next time I'll do something crazier because I don't know, this was very mild. Life is plenty interesting, tons of stuff happens. Yes, it is true. Yes, go follow my Instagram to see my artwork. EIRDIS. Thank you, user Random Alphabet. You were a really excellent mod. I will see you guys in my next lives. Ciao. Bye. Bye, guys. So much love.